They threw coins into the river. Only one wish came true. This is Magnolia Creek. To most people, it's just a quaint little spot, a pretty background for a picnic. But for the locals, for those who know, this creek holds a secret, a legend. They say if you toss a coin into the water at dusk, just as the sun kisses the horizon, and make a wish with all your heart, the creek might just listen. Our story begins with 4 friends: Leo, Maya, Chloe, and Sam. They'd grown up together in the town of Oakhaven, their lives woven together like the roots of the ancient magnolia trees that lined the creek's banks. They were inseparable, sharing everything from scraped knees to their deepest dreams. One perfect summer evening, on the eve of their high school graduation, they gathered at their favorite spot by the creek. The air was thick with the sweet scent of magnolias and the bittersweet feeling of an ending and a beginning. It was Chloe's idea, of course. She was the romantic, the believer in all things magical. "Let's make a wish," she'd said, her eyes sparkling, pulling out for old, tarnished pennies from her pocket. One last time, for old time's sake. They stood side by side, the water shimmering with the last rays of sunlight. The rules were simple, the same ones they'd followed since they were kids. Close your eyes. Picture what you want more than anything. Don't tell anyone. And throw. And throw. Leo went first. He was the ambitious one, the pragmatist. His family had struggled financially for years, and he dreamt of a life where he wouldn't have to watch his parents worry. He squeezed the penny tight, his mind filled with visions of success, of a groundbreaking invention that would change the world and secure his family's future. With a firm flick of his wrist, the coin arced through the air and disappeared with a soft plink. His wish: to create something that would make him a fortune. Next was Maya. She was the artist, her world a canvas of colors and emotions. All she ever wanted was to escape Oakhaven, to see the world, to paint the bustling streets of Paris and the serene landscapes of Kyoto. Her wish was for adventure, for a passport full of stamps and a life lived far beyond the confines of her small town. Her coin followed Leo's, a silent prayer for a one-way ticket to anywhere else. Her wish: to travel the world and never look back. Then came Sam. He was the quiet one, the steady heart of their group. He looked at his friends, his gaze lingering on Chloe. He'd been in love with her since the 3rd grade, but the words had always gotten stuck in his throat. His wish was simple, yet it felt like the biggest one of all. He just wanted Chloe to see him, to love him back. He tossed his penny gently, as if not to disturb the water, watching it sink into the depths. His wish: for Chloe to fall in love with him. Finally, it was Chloe's turn. She held the last penny, its coppery surface warm against her palm. She looked at her friends, her family. Leo, with his big dreams. Maya, with her restless spirit. Sam, with his kind, steady eyes. A wave of Lao so strong it almost hurt washed over her. She knew things were about to change. They were all heading off in different directions. College, jobs, new lives, and the thought of them drifting apart was unbearable. She closed her eyes, a single tear tracing a path down her cheek. Her wish wasn't for herself. It was for them. Her wish that they would all stay friends forever. She threw her coin, and it vanished into the darkening water. They sat there for a while, in comfortable silence, as the stars began to appear. They didn't know it then, but something shifted that night. The creek had been listening, and it had chosen. Years passed. Life, as it does, pulled them in different directions. Leo went to a top engineering university on a scholarship. He was brilliant, driven. He poured all his energy into his studies, and then into his work. After years of relentless effort, late nights in the lab, and countless failed prototypes, he did it. He invented a new type of biodegradable plastic that revolutionized the packaging industry. The patent made him wealthy beyond his wildest dreams. He bought his parents a new house, invested in his community, and became a celebrated innovator. He had everything he thought he wanted. He had his wish, but in his climb to the top, he'd lost touch. The calls to his old friends became less frequent, then stopped altogether. He was too busy. Too important. Maya got her wish too. A chance encounter with a gallery owner led to a small exhibition, which led to a grant to study art abroad. She packed her bags and never looked back. Her life became a whirlwind of new cities, new languages, new faces. She sent postcards at first, vibrant images of places they'd only ever dreamed of. But postcards are one-sided. She was living her adventure, so full and fast that there was little room left for the quiet life she'd left behind. She was an artist, a traveler, a citizen of the world. But she was also adrift. And Sam, his wish came true in the most heartbreaking way. After graduation, as Leah and Maya prepared to leave, he and Chloe grew closer. The space left by the others created a new space for them. He finally found the courage to tell her how he felt, and to his astonishment, she felt the same. They fell in love, a sweet, gentle love that felt as natural as breathing. They stayed in Oak Haven, built a life together, and for a few perfect years, Sam was the happiest man alive. He had his wish. But remember, only one wish was meant to come true. The creek had granted Leo's wish for fortune, Maya's for travel, and Sam's for love. They all got what they wanted. But what about Chloe? What about her wish for them to stay friends forever? That was the price. Leo's wealth created a gulf his friends couldn't cross. Maya's travels took her so far away, she became a stranger. And Sam's love for Chloe, as beautiful as it was, tethered them to Oak Haven, while the others flew away. Chloe got Sam, yes, but she lost the others. Her wish, the selfless one, the one that was supposed to hold them all together, was the one that was denied. One day, 10 years after that night at the creek, Chloe found herself walking along its banks alone. The magnolia trees were in full bloom, their scent just as sweet as she remembered. She saw a young group of kids, laughing, tossing coins into the water. She smiled, a sad, knowing smile. She had everything she thought she wanted right here in Oak Haven. A loving husband, a beautiful life. But there was an ache, a phantom limb where her friends used to be. She realized the truth of the legend. The creek doesn't grant wishes. It makes trades. It takes a piece of you in exchange for your heart's desire. Leo had his fortune but was lonely at the top. Maya had the whole world, but no anchor, no home. Sam had Chloe's love, but it was a love tinged with the sadness of what she'd lost. They all got what they wished for, but they lost each other. They lost the one thing Chloe wished to keep. The story of Magnolia Creek isn't about magic. It's about choices. It's a reminder that sometimes the things we wish for have a cost we can't foresee. It's about how life pulls us apart, and how the hardest thing in the world is to hold on to each other through it all. Chloe looked at the water, the same water that held their 4 pennies, their 4 dreams. She didn't have a coin to throw this time. Instead, she made a silent promise, not a wish, but a promise, to reach out, to try and bridge the distance that time and wishes had created. It might not work, it might be too late, but she had to try. Because she finally understood that friendship wasn't something you could wish for. It's something you have to build and rebuild every single day. Thanks for watching. What's a wish you've made that came true in an unexpected way? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. See you next time.